I'm Jasmine Moyer, and welcome to Sway TV. Hashtag shoppers are wanted, and I'm so grateful you are streaming live with me today.
We're gonna have some fun on the stream.
And now it's time for nails.
These are the literally best rock bottom prices you can absolutely find.
The perfect gifts. You guys, get on this now. Such an amazing Amazon deal. Isn't this fun? I do like a lot of the thinking for you.
Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
That was very dramatic.
We're so lucky for platforms like Sway TV and Amazon Live.
Thank you. Thank you at Sway TV. Thank you. Oh, Naveen says thank you. This is my first time I'm seeing Amazon Live. This is better than Netflix. Yes! 2, 1. Follow Sway TV.
Follow Sway right here.
Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV. And of course, remember, hashtag shoppers wanted. We so appreciate you, your support of this community. I hope you're staying safe at home and letting Amazon deliver your packages. We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Hi, welcome to Sway TV on Amazon Live. I am Marissa Gold from Intuit Parenting, and we are starting a new show today with the beginning of the new year. So happy New Year 2021. Let's bring it in with a bang. We are going to be talking all about parenting, and hopefully if you like the show and you follow along and you like the things that we talk about on here, we will be able to come back and do this a lot more. So interact with me on the chat, tell me how you feel, what's going on, if you have questions, parenting questions, something about the new year, anything that you want to talk about. So follow sway.com and let's get to it. So happy New Year's, everybody. The name of this show is The Art of Parenting, and here's why we chose this name, okay? Just like when you create a piece of art, there is no wrong way to do it, and it's flexible and it changes, and sometimes you love it and other times you question what you're doing. That's how parenting is, right? There isn't a wrong way to do parenting, but we know that there are a lot of right ways to do it. But the great thing about parenting that we do know is that there is no one way to do it. And so we're gonna talk about the different ways that work for different people. And today, because it's the first day of the new year, we are gonna talk about going into this new year with intention and how do we do that. And we're gonna talk about some items that are gonna help you be the best parent possible. So I think maybe we should actually start with our first item. So let's take a look down here. I wanna go, because we're all about bringing intention into the new year. So one of the things that I really like when parents say to me, what is something that I can do with my children? Let's see, we're gonna shop the carousel down here, and we have this awesome, I am all about journaling and sharing and writing down things. And so this is what we are gonna show you today. It is a journal. It is called Just Between Us, Mother and Daughter, a no stress, no rules journal. And I love this because it's an activity that you can do with your child. You can pass it back and forth. I have parents say to me all the time, how do I get my kids to talk to me about something? And one thing that I have done with my children is we write letters to each other and put them under our pillows, or we journal back and forth to each other. And so I really love this journal. There are many more like it on Amazon. There's one that is Just Between Us, between mother and son as well. But check it out. This is a great product. I think that it's something that you would really like for the new year. You can find it on Amazon.com, and it's just something that I really love. So that is the first thing that we're gonna really bring into the new year with us, and write and build our relationships with each other and between parent and child. So let's see, we're gonna go, if anyone has any questions, you can check us out. Please ask questions anytime. In addition to shopping in the carousel down below, you can follow on your desktop, on your mobile. And if you're just tuning in, again, my name is Marissa Gold. I'm with Intuit Parenting. So let's talk a little bit about going into the new year with intention. What does that mean, right? So people talk all the time about, let's make a New Year's resolution. But then, as you probably know, we make our New Year's resolutions. Sometimes we even write them down, sometimes we talk about them, and we're really great for a week or two. And we do what we said we were gonna do every day or every other day. And after a couple weeks, it starts to dwindle slowly and then even more. And before you know it, we've lost the goals that we set for ourselves. And by the time the end of February rolls around, we're not doing it at all. So one of the things that I like to actually think about for the new year is not to actually set a New Year's resolution, but to set goals for the entire year that you can be really intentional about. And when I talk to parents about parenting, I always come at parenting from 4 different principles. Those principles are positive discipline, mindfulness, emotion coaching, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes, and brain-based parenting, which is understanding how the brain wires up in the early years of life and then applying that towards the behaviors that you see. What that means is that when you understand the way the brain is wiring up developmentally and cognitively, you can actually start to really understand the behaviors that are manifesting in your children on the outside. So an example of that is there's when the brain is wiring up in fight, flight, and freeze are in overdrive when you have a baby. The reason why they cry is because it's a primitive response and they are looking to get help from mom and dad, and that's the only way they know how to do it. And that, believe it or not, it goes back to brain development. We can apply brain development all throughout the different stages of life, all the way up through the teen years, and believe it or not, even into the adult years, because the brain is not fully done forming until we're in our early to mid, late 20s, depending on whether you're a boy or girl. So we are going to talk today, because we're talking about the new year, we're going to talk about mindfulness. That is really the crux of what I want to share today with you. How to be mindful and how to be the best parent possible each and every day of 2021. And I will say, I think, 2020 was a challenging year for a lot of people, right? I mean, we had a lot that was going on all over the world and in our individual homes, and we all experienced it differently. And there have been so many challenges that have come out of 2020. But I think what we can learn from 2020 going into 2021, at least my biggest takeaway has been how do we really take what has happened to us and turn it into lessons that we can take into the future to be the best people, the best parents, the best children, the best friends possible. And I know that I've learned so much this year. And so one of the things that I've really learned about has been flexibility and the ability to pivot from something that we thought we were going to do to something that we did end up doing. So obviously, probably one of the biggest ones for parents and for children this year was school, right? So school is something that has changed a lot. The format of school has changed for almost all children around the country, whether they're in a hybrid model or they're home full-time or they're in school full-time, yet sometimes they take breaks from that because maybe there's something that happened at school, so then they go into a home model. So we have really had to learn how to pivot from a traditional school model of being in school all the time to understanding that we have to be flexible. And we have to know that even if we think we're going to have school one way, even that could change. So even when I work with families and their kids are able to go back to school and the kids are so excited and they can't wait to be in their classes with their teachers and they can't wait to be able to play on the yard with their friends every day, what I say to their parents is, you need to sit down and have a conversation with your children to set them up to have realistic expectations for what this year is going to look like, or what the remainder of this school year will look like. Yes, we can be excited and happy about going back to school, but we also need to understand that things can change. And if they change, we need to be flexible and still work within the framework of what is happening, which means that if you go from an all-in school model to a hybrid model or to a home model, we have to be able to change, and we have to go with the flow, and we have to be flexible, and we have to be okay with that. And that's hard because change is so challenging. Who hates change? Change is really hard. And I understand that. Change is innately a hard thing for human beings, especially for young children. But as parents, we can model how to move through change in a very mindful way, right? So that means, how are we modeling when change happens? Are we complaining about it? Are we talking about it negatively? Are we saying that we don't want to do it and it doesn't matter and we're not going to do it? Or can we flip it into the positive, and can we say, you know what, this is a new opportunity. This could be really fun, right? So it's all about how I like to say it's how we market everything to our children. So I actually, long time ago, come from a background of marketing. And so one of the things that I talk about now is it's parenting. A lot of parenting is actually how we are marketing things to our children, right? Are we the purveyor of good news, and are we modeling happy things, or are we getting sucked in and mired down in the negativity ourselves? And I will say, as a parent, because I am a parent and I have 2 children, it's hard. There are days where I don't want to be positive. There are days where I don't want to have to model the best way to do something. And I think actually during those times, it's really good to be honest with yourself and to be honest with your children. I don't think that you have to be, up and lively and happy and modeling perfection every day, because who's perfect? Who's perfect? Let's keep it real, right? Let's keep all of it real. Parenting is really hard. I have forever been saying, and I will forever say, it is the hardest job out there. And if you are a working parent, it is even harder. And to that end, we are going to go through a couple of items to make your life easier. And I'm actually going to invite my youngest daughter on, because she's going to show you, she's going to bring on a product that I love, and we're going to talk, and then she actually wants to talk a little bit about the New Year's as well. So come on in, Bree. So this is my youngest.
Hi.
This is Bree. Bree, how old are you? You can introduce
12.
yourself.
My name is
Just
Bree.
no personal information, right? We don't do personal information on technology, which that could be a whole other show. We could talk all about technology. So one of the things that I think as a parent, we're always looking for time-saving products, right? I know I am. I'm always looking for time-saving products because we're always rushing around. We're always trying to get places. Even during quarantine, it still feels like there's a lot to get done. And so as someone who used to sometimes go and get my hair blown out, I will admit that because we're keeping it real, I'm no longer doing that because, let's be honest, we in Southern California are in basically full lockdown, have been for quite some time, and not getting my hair done. It's very long, it needs to be colored, all these things, right? Keeping it real. But it is what it is. So I've learned how to do my own hair as best as I can. And so Bree, what is it? And not only for me, but my girls love this too because it has short, so I have very thick hair, very thick, very long hair. And with a traditional dryer, it would take me, you're gonna think this is crazy, but I promise I'm telling the truth. It would take me like an hour and a half to wash and to blow out my hair. So I would have to shower, I would blow out my hair, and then I would get so hot from blowing out my hair that I would have to get back in the shower. So the whole process was like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Crazy. Who has time for that? Forget being a mom, who has time for that? Which was why I would go and actually have it blown out. But I have the perfect solution for you. Let's show it. What is it?
The Revlon hair
The Revlon
dryer.
Yes, so we love this. This is the Salon One-Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer, right? This is awesome. It's actually on sale today, right now on Amazon.com, so go shop it right now. It's 33% off, and we love this item. Here, we're gonna show you. We are going to show you. I'm gonna take you to the page so it will be easy to shop it. Where is it, Bree? Where is it? What? There it is. Here we go. And I believe there is a video which I wanna share with you. Here we go.
Looking for salon-worthy blowouts? Try the One-Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer to dry and add body. The unique oval design is perfect for extra lift at the roots and smooth curled ends in up to half the time. One-step styling and gorgeous results. Style confidently.
Okay, so here's what I want to say about that. Are we going to do it again?
Looking for salon-worthy blowouts? Try the One-Step Hair Dryer and Volume.
Okay, so here's what I want to say about this, because there we go. So the model there had pretty short, pretty thin hair. Not me. I have very long, very thick hair. The reason why I'm telling you this is because there are very few products I have ever found that actually really work, like really, really work. And I just want to say, I am not being paid to say this. This is not like a sponsoring. I just happen to love this product. And that goes, just by the way, that goes for anything that we ever talk about. I will only share things with you, the viewer, that I love and that I've used myself, because if I can't stand by something, I don't want you to spend your hard-earned money on something. So this is something that I love. So again, I'm Marissa Gold with Intuit Parenting. Follow us on followsway.com. We are right now on Sway TV on Amazon Live, and we're talking about some products that can really help you in the new year to shorten the time so that you can give more time to your kids, shorten the time that you need to get things done so that you can give more time to your children. So the first thing was this Revlon One-Step Hair Dryer and Volumizer, which I absolutely love. But I want to also share with you another product that I think is so great. And we're going to go right over here to the Roomba. Amazing. Love it. Okay, watch this video and then we're going to talk about why I love this thing.
Hey everybody, welcome to Vacuum Wars. Since I've tested and reviewed a whole lot of iRobot's products, iRobot asked for my help in assisting people to make the right choice for their homes. In this video, I'll walk you through iRobot's current Roomba robot vacuum and Brava Jet line and explain all the technical sounding specs and features and recap some of my personal experiences. Let's start off by talking just about the robot vacuums. I have them lined up here from least to most expensive, the 675 being the cheapest and the Roomba S9 Plus being the most expensive.
Okay, so
I got it.
You got it? You're gonna do it for me? Okay. Because let's be honest, who is the most tech savvy in my family? Bree is the most tech savvy in my family. Okay. When I need help with anything, who do I go to? Bree, yes. Okay, so, but here's why I love this product, okay? So we have hardwood floors and some carpet, and well, there are many reasons why I love this product. For starters, I have like a back issue, which is not fun. It comes and goes. For anyone who has back issues, you know, like random things can trigger it. And then all of a sudden you're like laid up on your couch, and you can't be laid up on your couch when you're a parent. So please. But the Roomba, you don't have to do anything. You just set it and it goes around your house on its own. It's amazing. It picks up the dirt, it picks up the dust, it picks up the tiny particles laying all over. And I have 2 kids and I have 2 dogs. That's a lot of mess, really mostly from the dogs because my kids are now older, so they're sort of cleaning up after themselves, sort of sometimes. But it's really the dogs. They track in a lot from outside. And so between just natural dust settling and what comes in from the dogs, Roomba, Love, love, love. And because I have those back issues, I'm not like pushing around a vacuum, like a big bulky vacuum and trying to like get in the corners and whatnot. So it's been really great for me as far as just not having to think about it. Vacuuming just gets done in my house. It's not hard on my back. And so, you know, and it's just, it happens. Like I don't even have to think about it. It just happens and the house gets clean and I love that. So that really helps. So now, Bree, I want to ask you a question. So Bree came to me and she said, this morning, you came into my bed, gave me a huge hug, and you said, what did you say to me? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I
What?
asked you what your New Year's resolutions were.
Right. And what did I say? Do you not remember?
You used the word, you wanted to be more,
Intentional, right?
Yeah.
So I said that I wanted to be intentional. And what that means is that I wanted to go into the year really thinking about the things that I want to change and being very mindful about that every day. By the way, I also just want to give a shout out to Lexi, who said that she also uses this product and that it works so well on her thick hair. So see, I'm not the only one. So shout out to you, Lexi. I know we love this product. She's talking again about the Revlon hair product, and we just love it. So Lexi, shout out to you. Thank you so much. We just totally agree on the same page. So Lexi, have you used the Roomba? Do you know anything about the Roomba? What do you think about the Roomba? Or Lexi, what about the journal that we showed you? Because don't forget, you can shop those items and anything else in the carousel down below. So anyway, so back to Bree's question. So yeah, we want to go into the year with intention. So I was thinking, I was really thinking about that. And I was thinking, you know what, Bree, I think that we as a family should have some intention about the year. And you brought up one of the things that you said you were going to do. And I thought, you know what, we can expand that and make that like a family. Yes, so I want you to say it. So what was the one that you said that you were going to do?
I'm gonna write like a teeny positive note to myself every morning and like put it in a little jar.
Yeah, which I love. So, so we are going to, as a family, every day of the year, at least one of us is going to write a positive note, either to ourselves or it can be general. And we're going to stick a jar on the table in the kitchen because let's be honest, most people's family lives kind of center around the kitchen in the house. And that is where we're gonna put them. And then maybe at the end of the year, we will go through them. Like when we're going into 2022, we can read them and look back. And what do you think? And we can see like, what are some of the things that we thought about during the year that were positive, like affirmations to us. This kind of goes back to the journaling and what I like to do about writing things down. I think it's super, super important to write because I think that when we write things down, it helps us to actually remember it and hold on to it and be intentional about it, right?
Lexi said that her New Year's resolution is to take a 1-second video every day, and then like at the end of the year, she can like put it together so that she has like a video of like a 1 second.
From every single day of the year. I love that. I love that. And think how fun that will be to watch at the end of the year. It'd be really cool if we could figure out a way to kind of like splice in to the video, like with some of the affirmations. Wouldn't that be fun? I bet, you know, like create a video where the two are kind of connected. I bet you could figure out how to do that.
Do that on the editing.
Oh, see, you just do that on the editing app. See what I learned from my kids? They really are the tech savvy ones in the house. Yeah. So yeah, okay, so let's see. So keep shopping the show. Please ask us questions anytime if you have any parenting questions about the show. Oh yeah, and we're gonna go back down and we're gonna look at a different product. Let's see, okay.
Can we look at?
What do you wanna look at? Is there something here that you wanna show?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, what do you, yeah, so there's some, obviously there are a lot of things that I like as a parent, but I also added some things here that I know my children really love. Some of these things were on their Christmas, Hanukkah lists and their birthday lists, and so we're gonna talk about them. So yeah, so this is, so what do you wanna do first? This was a big ticket item in our house this year. Yeah, we love this. So here, let's play the video and then you can tell me why you love it so much, okay? activity that is. Oh, wow. Can you imagine? We should do that. Yoga with it going?
No, me too.
No, why?
I don't want to do yoga.
I think that would be fun, Brie. Never matched. Okay, so.
Exit out right there.
Okay, see. Okay, so let's see. So that's, okay, so here's the cool thing that Brie actually told me about this morning. We were talking about it, and she said that it has 2 lights. One where it's always, you press on it. Here, Brie, you do it.
You want to go
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Okay.
There. So one where you see clouds on the ceiling and on the surrounding walls, and one where it shows stars. And I have to say, I was quite shocked at how relaxing this item is. This item ended up being, well, my older daughter, who is 15, who has told me that she will not be coming on the show with me ever, but we'll see if I can change that. She got it first, she wanted it, and then...
It was a thing on TikTok.
Oh, that's where she saw it. Well, let's be honest. If it's on TikTok, then of course you want
But
it.
it's really cool.
It is really cool. I actually totally agree. It's really cool. I love it. You can shop the carousel anytime, but you can go specifically to get that item. We absolutely love it. Why do you love it so much?
Because there's a bunch of different settings, and
Yeah.
it can be good for like, just like if you're in your room like watching a movie, but also like sometimes I sleep with it on the lowest because
I feel like you sleep with it every night.
yeah, because you can adjust the light settings. So I put it to the lowest.
Do you
setting.
feel like it helps you to relax?
Yeah, it definitely like relaxes me and it like helps me calm down. It's also like a really pretty view because in my room there's like an illusion. I have a slanted ceiling, so it kind
Yes.
of makes it an illusion that like the clouds are not projected on the ceiling and they're like below. So it's like really cool because it just looks like there's stars above my head.
Yeah. I love it. It's interesting because I'm not always a believer in the things that my kids say that they want. But like I said, I got this for my older daughter. I loved it so much. Brie loved it so much. So then it went on her list.
It was on my list.
And then it went on cousins' lists and some other awesome people that we know have this. But I will say, so now you have it on in your room every night. So again, so one of the things, so when we talk about bedtime, right? Who here has ever had a challenge with their child with bedtime? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes, which is normal. Every child usually goes through that at some point in their childhood. They have challenges with bedtime. We could do a whole show on bedtime and sleep strategies and what we can do to help kids with that. And I actually have lots and lots of items that I love to help with that. And this is one of them. So one of the things when you're talking about sleep challenges with older children, you want them to try and create an environment that they really feel comfortable in and that helps them to calm down and that they enjoy and want to be in, because then they'll want to stay in their bed and stay in their room and go to sleep and they'll feel comfortable, right? So this is one of those things. And we really have loved this item. And I actually want to show you another item that we love for sleeping that, let's see.
That?
No. Let's see if it's down here. It is, oh. Brie's, while I'm looking for this, Brie is going to show you.
So, this is the star projector. Basically, it's like, it has 3 different buttons. One of them is a light setting, one of them is a power button, and then one of them basically controls like the stars and the clouds, because there's like 2 different like projectors.
But you can really see that this item is not very big at all. See, look, here's my hand. And then if I put it, you can even see my fingers poking out, right, from the top. And so it's not like this big projector. It goes into, and it's so mobile and so transportable. You can put it anywhere in the room and you can project onto the ceiling, onto the walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on right now. You can't really see it. Oh, wait, that's really bad. You can't really see it in the daytime.
It's hard. It's a little bit hard because we have a lot of light right now, but. But it's really easy to use. Here, show. Right there, look.
Like that. So maybe this will be better. Oh yeah, you can kind of see that. It's kind of projecting.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Basically, like, it just projects stars from one and clouds from the other.
Yeah. Okay, so again, you can shop the show, take a look at the carousel. You can find the link there to this projector, the sky projector. We absolutely love it in our house. So there are a couple of other things that we love for sleeping to help with sleep. So this is really more for parents who have little ones, like babies, real little babies, and then toddlers. But once you have a child who gets into this, you may have a child who still uses it. Even my 15-year-old still sleeps with hers. What am I talking about? I am talking about a white noise machine. So this is our favorite one. This is the Marpac Dome Classic. I say go with the Classic. There is a more expensive model, but honestly, I happen to like the Classic the most. This is actually also, it's been recommended by the National Sleep Foundation, and I know lots and lots and lots of families who use this. And as I said, my older daughter, who is 15, she has this in her room. I hope she's not going to be embarrassed that I'm telling this to everybody, but it's just a white noise machine, and Bree sleeps with a white noise machine as well. You have the same one that you've had since you were a baby.
Yeah, mine is different than this. I have I don't even think they sell it anymore. Mine is a very...
No, they actually do.
Really?
They do, but the reason why we're talking about this one and the other one that we're going to talk about in a minute is because this one is I just think it's a great deal, and I think it's the longevity on it lasts really well.
Something that I really like about this product is that you can change the volume setting. So kind of like it showed in the video, you can the top part of it twists. So if you want it to be louder, you can have it on the loudest volume.
That's what we're showing right here.
Yeah.
So there are two volume options, and you can twist to adjust it. It's really easy to use. So you can use this with a baby, but you can also, as I said, there are adults that use this and older children that use this. It's also so portable that if you are going on vacation and you want to take it with you, you can easily do that. When we talk about sleep, which we will get more into either later today or in a different show, we talk a lot about not having things that are sleep crutches, that children really need to learn how to sleep on their own. They need to learn how to self-soothe. That's actually the crux of being a good sleeper, is knowing how to be someone who can self-soothe, or what I actually like to refer to it as to soothe down into sleep. And so a white noise machine, I've had parents say to me, but that's a crutch. And no, the reality is that is something that actually helps a person tune out the outside world so that they can then utilize their skills to soothe down. And I think that is okay, because there are certain tools that can help us do things better. I don't think of that as a crutch. So the other product that I wanted to share with you, so the Dome, the Marpac Dome, is great. It's a no-frills version of a white noise machine, and I love it. I think it is amazing. If you want something that is a little bit more tech advanced, let's say, and also better for if you have a child that you're trying to sleep, I say sleep educate instead of sleep train, because it's about teaching children how to be good sleepers. So that means we need to sleep educate them and not sleep train them. But if when we're sleep training them, there are tools that we can use. This is something that I love. It's called the Hatch Baby Rest Sound Machine Nightlight and Time to Rise. So this you can actually connect to your smartphone. It has multiple settings to which you can set a color to a time. So you can actually teach your child by color, children who don't understand numbers yet. If it lights up blue, that means they can get out of bed. If it lights up green, it means they can't get out of bed, but they can just rest or read in bed or play with toys in bed. If it's red still, that means they should be sleeping. And so this is how we actually start teaching children, and we educate them about when do we have to be in bed and really like resting our body and our mind so that we can grow and sleep and be healthy. When is it rest time to be in our rooms and maybe having some quiet time? When is it time to come out and be playing and be excited and to be with mommy and daddy and brothers and sisters? So these are all things that actually can be really challenging for young children to understand. So when you have something like this, it can actually really help. I don't think there's a video here, but maybe we'll make a video. Wouldn't that be fun if we made a video? But I really love this product. I think it's great. And one of the things that I also love about it is that you can connect it to your smartphone and you can control it. Now, I will say there is a newer version called the Hatch Baby Rest Plus that you can actually talk to your child in other rooms from your phone into the Hatch device. But I don't know that that's necessary. And I also wonder, what do you think, would it scare you if all of a sudden you heard my voice coming from your Hatch if you were like 3? I don't know.
I mean,
I'm conflicted about it.
I don't know that it would scare me, but I feel like if I was a 3-year-old in my little bed and I heard you, I'd be like, oh, mommy's up, I can go get out of bed. Like that, it defeats the whole purpose of sleep educating.
That is a really good point, Bree. Very good point. So stick with the classic is what we're saying, right? So we love this product. And again, shop the carousel. It's here on Amazon.com. Follow Sway.com. You can follow us on your desktop and your mobile. Again, I am Marissa Gold with Intuit Parenting if you're just joining us. And this is The Art of Parenting. We're a new parenting show on Amazon Live, right? Which is so cool. We're so excited to be here on Sway TV on Amazon Live. It's fun. This is a great thing for the new year. It's a pleasure to be spending New Year's Day with you all. So I don't know, Bree, should we do like another adult product or should we do a kid product?
We should.
What do you want to do? What do you want to share this time? Okay, you know what I think we should do, because one of the things that we talked about, one of the things.
I love that game.
I know that you love this game. Okay, so earlier I said that I practice parenting from the perspective of 4 main principles. Do you know what those principles are? No. Have you been listening? No? Okay, the first one, I might test you on this later. Okay, so the first one is brain development. So understanding how the brain wires up, which we're gonna talk more about that, because I'm a huge, huge believer that if you understand how the brain wires up, you better understand why your kids are acting the way that they're acting, okay? So that's number 1. That's principle number 1. Principle number 2 that I practice from is positive discipline. How do we discipline our children, right? Disciplining our children is not about punishment, despite what people may think. No, discipline is really about teaching right from wrong. And it's our job as parents, as our children are growing up from the time they're really little, like I would say as young as like 15 months to be, or even younger, because positive discipline is, a lot of it is how we speak to our children. What messages are they hearing? So that's something else, another show maybe we'll talk about positive discipline, about all the, the rights, the wrongs, how we do that. So principle number 3 is mindfulness, which we talked a little bit about, and we're going to spend more time talking about mindfulness and living with intention, especially as we go into the new year. And the 4th principle is emotion coaching. Do we talk about emotions a lot in our house?
Yeah.
Oh, like too much?
No.
No, no. We talk about emotions a lot. The reason why we do that is because emotions are kind of the underlying cause for why we act the way we do, and whether we're able to be in good relationships with people or they're more challenging, whether we are able to have conversations that are productive or are they confrontational. When we understand our emotions and what we're feeling, and then we can also read another person's emotions to try to understand what they're feeling, we can engage better with each other and the world around us, quite frankly, right? So we spend a lot of time talking about emotions in our house, right? And I have found some products that I love love to help, especially when we have younger kids. So let's go. Yeah, we're gonna do both of these. There's actually so many things that I want to share. You want to do that one first, Bree?
This?
Yeah, you can hold it up. Here it is. I'm going to click on it. Let's see if there's a. I don't see a video. Again, we can make a video for this because I think this is one of the coolest products out there. So this is by a company. Can you show it? This is by a company called Ebu. They make really. I'm going to just do this. They make really wonderful games. The quality is awesome. It is a women-owned business, woo woo, since 1994. And yeah, so Bree's gonna open it. These are called How Am I Feeling conversation cards. So you can start using these with children at a really young age. I actually, when I work with families with children as young as 2, I will bring these cards and just start like talking to them about what we see. So for example,
so like
let's
the cards have a fruit face on them.
Yeah, or a vegetable.
But it has an emotion.
Here, we're gonna hold it like that. I'm gonna hold it like that, okay? So see, so this is an apple. Kind of, is it hard to see that or can you tell? You can tell? Okay, so this is an apple, and on the back of the card, there's a prompt that if you're playing this game or doing these cards with a child, the parent can use the prompt. So this prompt says, does this apple seem cheerful or fearful? And so we talk about that, and then you can turn it even more and on to make it personal, and you can say, when do you feel cheerful? When was the last time you were happy? And for children that are getting older, if you want to get even more advanced, you can play the opposite game, and you can say, can you tell me about a time when you were sad, and how did you make yourself cheerful, right? So we love this, we're gonna scooch a little bit here, because we're keeping it real. We love these cards because, like I said, this is an activity that you can do with children as young as 2, because you can just lay them all out on the floor and you can just say, with really young children, you can say, surprised apple, right? Surprised apple. And we can say, this apple is confused. Right? So you can just, because what you're doing with that, what?
So you used to do these with us.
Yeah, because the idea with really young kids, with emotion coaching, the idea from in the early stages is that you're just giving them the vocabulary. You're introducing the vocabulary of the different emotions that are out there. You know, most people, they only think of happy, sad, angry, surprised, jealous, like maybe 6 or 7 emotions. But really, there is a whole spectrum, a myriad of emotions that we experience on a daily basis. And those emotions cause us to act a certain way. And so if we can do things, if as parents, we can help children figure out what they're feeling, because it goes beyond just being surprised, right? Like, can you think of an emotion that you've had recently that's not one of those main emotions?
Yeah.
What?
Wait. Yes, but I need it.
Anxious.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I mean anxious.
Anxious, right. So that's an emotion, especially right now with what we're living through. I think anxious is an emotion that a lot of us have, and kids especially have that, and they don't really know what to do with that. And so when we give kids from a young age, we give them the words to start discussing their feelings, then we can, those, as they get older, those conversations can get bigger, and we can really help our children understand what they're feeling, why they're feeling that way, and how to appropriately deal with their feelings, right? Because all emotions are okay. It's just a matter of how we handle them. Sometimes the way people handle their emotions, that's challenging. That maybe isn't okay. But we never want to tell someone that an emotion that they're having is not okay. We just want to help them work out how to work through those emotions productively and positively, right? So another thing that I want to share with you, having to do also with emotions, are you going to go to it?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
So this is something else that I've used with my own children, but really more with children that I work with. This is a book series. Okay. I was telling the producer of this show, I could do a whole 2 hours talking about books. I love to read. It is my escape. Hold on one second, not yet. And it is, I always have my Kindle with me. My Kindle's right here. See, even sitting here, I always have my Kindle. We love Kindle. It's from Amazon. Go Amazon for this product because literally I love it so much. You can shop it in the carousel. You can get it. It's just awesome. I always have it with me. So one of the things that I feel so important about is reading. And I feel so strongly that children should be introduced to books from a young age. And obviously there are so many books out there. And I feel like, you know, I personally have 2 children that are not born readers, not born lovers of reading. Say that again.
I do not like to read.
Right. But even though I have 2 children that don't like to read, I am very diligent about continuing to try to put books in front of them. And so we'll talk about that more. But one of the things that I want to talk to you right now about is this is a book/workbook. It's actually a series, and I love this, and we're going to talk about why. So Bree, you want to hold this up?
Yes.
Okay, so this is a book called What to Do When You Worry Too Much. Here, so you have to cover your, yeah, here.
You hold it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
It's also pulled up on the screen. Oops.
What to do when you worry too much. There, now you can kind of see it better. Sure, Bree's gonna explain what's inside, but before you do that, what I wanna say is this is actually from a whole series they're called What to Do When You. That's the series, What to Do When You. And
all of them are like what to do.
So these are the different ones that they have. What to do when your temper flares, when you have anxiety, when you worry too much, when you dread bed, when your mistakes quake, when your brain gets stuck, and when you have bad habits. So what I love about these books is well, actually, I'm gonna let Bree tell you what we love so much about this.
Okay, should I hold it up or should I just say it?
No, I think you should just say it, because it's gonna be really hard because it's you know, it's like.
So the book, it's basically a combination of strategies and way to help. So like this one, for example, is when you worry too much. So it'll give
and it's a kid's guide to overcoming anxiety. And one of the things that you said before was that sometimes you feel anxious.
So my mom is in like 2nd grade.
Yes.
And
she's now in 6th. So longevity. I like products with longevity.
So basically, so for example, it'll talk about like strategies to help overcome like what the different books are. So like this is worry too much, so it'll say like, I don't know.
Well, it gives information that is very approachable for children, ages basically like 6 to 12. But then interspersed with the information and the stories and the anecdotal information that's there are activities. And those activities are actually really fun. And they're also activities that you can go back to when you're having that moment of feeling anxious or feeling like your brain is stuck or feeling like you're hating bedtime, right?
Okay.
So do you want to maybe share one of the activities that you did?
Okay, so I think this is from when I was in like 2nd grade. 'Cause
You're drawing?
by drawing.
We can tell.
Yeah. Actually, maybe first. You got the movie so long ago.
It was a long time ago when I got this book,
But
yeah.
basically it says, draw something that you worry about. So at the time, I think most kids are scared of monsters. So I was scared of monsters. And so the title was draw something that you worry about. So I drew a monster of some sort.
Yeah. Yeah.
With like half a head of hair.
With half a head of hair. It was your version of a monster, right?
Yep.
So this is, you know, again, we love this book series. And this is, you know, this is one of those things that parents, you can do with your children. You also can give this to your child, depending on the age, you know, depending on how old they are. And you can say to them, you can go do this on your own. This is something that you can read about. And then if you have questions, you can come back and we can talk about it. So again, this is in the carousel down below. And there are so many different books in this series. And Laura just said that she was scared of monsters at one point too. She says she feels you, Bree.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I can remember.
It happens to like everyone, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just like a phase that you go through.
You go through. I had a fear when I was your age. My biggest fear was waking up in a dark house, and I would have nightmares about this. Waking up in a dark house and I couldn't find my mom and dad. And I'd be running all around the house. I'd be running around the house being like, where is everybody? And I didn't know where they were. And and then I woke up. And I just remember, I would wake up from that dream scared. Now I have a recurring dream. You want to hear this? This is super funny.
Sure, why not?
Okay, so now I have a recurring dream that I never graduated high school, which I did, and I went to college. But I have a recurring dream that I'm running around the halls of my high school, and I'm trying to find my locker because I have to take my final exam, and I can't find my locker, and I can't remember my locker code.
You're an adult now, you don't need to worry about that.
I know. I wish you could like tell my subconscious and I would stop having that dream.
Sometimes you just like think about things, like even if like you're past that.
What? Ah, my producer has had that dream as well.
Laura said, I'm crushing it. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Laura. Bree, you are a natural on camera. What is it that you do? Like this kind of like, isn't there something that you like know?
No.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No.
I'm just going to sit here and embarrass my daughter.
No,
right?
It's not embarrassing. I don't
It's
do
just
that.
wrong. It's wrong. Okay, sorry, it's wrong. Okay, so remember, I'm Marissa Gold from Intuit Parenting. We are on Sway TV on Amazon Live. This is Bree, my youngest.
Sorry about that.
What did you just go to?
I had to go back to that.
Okay. So the other book that I wanted to share, I don't have this in front of me. But, okay, so for this, I have to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, Aunt Mand, right? Because she introduced these to me. Apparently, they were also on Oprah's favorite list, so great minds think alike, yeah. These, I am beyond obsessed with these. This is another book series. This is called a Kids Book About series. And there are, I think, over like 20 different books in this series.
No, don't report.
I'm sorry.
X it
Sorry,
out.
I'm gonna X out of that. So this is just one example. This is,
Scroll.
I'm scrolling.
other way.
I'm scrolling. So this one is about bullying. And we're gonna go back. What? Right there, okay.
Yep.
So this one is about bullying, but you can see I also put in the carousel, this one is about empathy. But listen to all of these these are some of the other ones. This is not a complete list by any means, but empathy, bullying, white privilege, systemic racism, change, gratitude, belonging, optimism, depression, shame. So here's what I love about these books. So on Christmas morning, my niece, who is, we're not gonna say her name because we're not gonna do personal information, but how old is she?
6.
She's 6. So she received.
It was so sweet. No, can I say it?
What?
Are you talking about the book she got?
Yeah.
So on her Christmas list, she asked for 2 books, and they were What I'm Grateful For and It's Okay to Be Different by
Todd Parr.
Oh, Todd Parr.
Yeah. So she got those books. We got her those books. But then these books, we didn't get her these. She got these from her parents. And I had never seen these. So I asked her to bring them over to me, and we were checking them out together, and we started reading them. And I will tell you, I have never seen a better book about talking to a child about these different issues that is both adult and child appropriate. So, and what I mean by that is I got something out of it as much as I hope she got something out of it. Now I will say it was Christmas morning. There was a lot of stuff happening in family, around. And so it was a little overwhelming. So we didn't read the entire book then. But she, like I said, is 6 years old, and she was totally engaged, and she was asking questions and she was asking questions that were so relevant that they were actually like the lead in to the next page. That's how spot on for the age that this book says it's appropriate for. So these books are built, depending on the book, they say like ages 6 to 12 or 8 to 14. So somewhere, I would actually say the sweet spot for these books is like 9 to 12. That's what I would say. So I would say my niece was actually a little bit on the young side, but she was totally getting it. She was 6. She was getting it, but I think these books are a little bit longer, and so I don't know that the attention span would be there to do the entire book in one sitting. But that's fine. You can go back and read it in a couple different sittings. But like Bree, if you and I were to do it, I think we would sit down and read the whole book together. They're between like 30 and 45 pages, but the print's big. It's not, they're kids' books. They're meant to be kids' books. And I love them. I'm obsessed, obsessed, obsessed. I want to get the entire series because I feel like I said, I feel like adults and kids alike can learn from these books. And I think that everyone should have these books in their library. You can get them hardcover. You can also get them on your Kindle. Or
on the carousel.
Yes, you purchase them on the carousel. But if you are a Kindle person and you want to have them on your Kindle, you can do that, or you can have the hardcover versions, which even though I'm a Kindle person, I would like to have the hardcover version of the entire set as well, because I just think to refer to it, right? But these books are amazing. I absolutely love them. So again, because I love to read, this is something that I've tried to really instill into the lives of my children. And as I said before, they're not readers, but I'm constantly trying to put books around them, because I read something when I was pregnant with my first, so like 16 years ago. I read something that said that if you surround your children with books, they don't necessarily even have to read them, but if you surround them with books and they grow up in a home with books, they will learn to love to read over time. So, and I will say, we'll watch in the future and we'll see. But there are books that I know what you want to say. And I was going to say, there are books that when my children find a book they like, they do love to read. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to show you Bree's. Wait, hold on. I know, I'm going back. So what just happened?
You just exit out.
There, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna show you Bree's, we're gonna call it your Bree's Book of the Year, like your favorite book you read this year.
I don't read it all, I'm supposed to.
That's not true, you do read. You read The Giver.
But that was a school book.
That's the
only book I've read.
No, there were other books that you read in the summer that we read. Yes, there were, you just don't remember, but there were. But anyways, it's okay, we can agree to disagree. But what Bree is going to show you is her book of the year. This is her favorite. You want to talk about? I think you should be the one to talk about this.
Okay, I could not put it down, and I don't like to read, as my mom said. So it was like a very good book. It's about two kids. Their real names are not Lily and like they were never just like changed officially, but one of them is they basically just go through very like different life-changing things. One of them is like trans, wants to be trans, but
in a home where it's not fully accepted.
Well, everyone accepts.
Except dad, right?
Yeah.
So not fully accepted, partially accepted.
And then, that's Lily because she wanted to be a girl, and then like at the very end of the book, her dad finally agreed to it.
You cannot give away the ending.
Oops.
Free.
Okay. I won't spoil the other character. All I'll say is that
you couldn't. What we'll say is you could not put the book down.
Yeah.
You loved it.
It was a really good book.
It was a really good book.
And they just like come from completely different stories, and then like at the very end, actually not at the very end, they just become friends. Like they meet, and they just become friends because they're,
They are different, very different in what their challenges are. But they each have challenges, and so they learn to be there for each other. And I think that that's very telling of teenagers
like
and tweenagers. So what would you say, like, you read this when you were 11, because you're 12 now.
I mean, I read it when I was 11, but I was basically 12. I read it in the summer. My birthday was just now.
Okay, but
and I'm also
do you
really
think,
educated
like,
because of you.
yes, but do you, well, I appreciate that. Do you think that, like, this book is good for a 9-year-old, or no?
Well, it kind of depends. Like, I feel like an adult should read it with your kid, because it's a lot of information to take in, because it goes really deep, and like there's a lot of like disagreeing. I mean, it doesn't go that deep, but it goes deep enough that
you had questions.
An 8 or 9-year-old should not be reading it. Because I got it when I was 8, I remember, and my mom. obviously, she took us to the bookstore a lot, but we never wanted something. So when I said, oh my God, I want this book, my mom was like, sure, yeah, get the book, whatever. Then we get home and she's like, can I read the back of it? Like, it looks interesting. And she reads it, and it's just not age 8, age. I think I was younger.
I think you might have been younger too.
It's just not like age 7.
Well, I think, and the question was, I said to you, we can read this together, or you can wait.
No, you didn't let me read it. You said Lexi has to read it, and you have to wait a few years.
That's true. I did tell you that Lexi had to read it first.
I was just too young. Like, I wouldn't understand it. Like, a 6 or 7-year-old just wouldn't understand it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think it just depends your level of what you've been taught in your home and what you know about the world outside your home, because children are growing up at different different rates, and there are some kids who at 10 years old do not know the same thing as other 10-year-olds, right? I mean, that's usually the case in generally speaking. We can make that generalization that what happens in one home does not happen in every other home. And so children know different things at different stages of development. And so it's always important that parents decide what is best for their children.
Yep.
That being said, I will say, and this is something that I tell parents often, that the younger that you actually give information to your kids, if you can give it to them in a developmentally appropriate way, the better it is, because then you can have really developmentally appropriate, intelligent conversations where your children can ask questions so that as they grow up, they're learning from you and not from another kid on the playground or in the bathroom.
That's what happened to me, remember?
With what?
With my teacher.
Oh, yeah. So it's never, you really want your kids to get the big news, the big questions answered by you if possible, right? I feel like most of the information you've gotten from me and from Daddy.
The things that I've found out from friends are more like other people's personal, like someone
something about
school,
them,
or
right?
Like something like more emotional than like something more like this.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about an activity, something to calm us down. Something to calm us down. You can take this off if you're hot. And then we kind of actually are color coordinated. I didn't even realize that. Can you put?
Microphone is gonna make a lot of noise.
Well, you need to put that right.
Okay.
You need to put it right there, like that. Okay. So I didn't realize we were color coordinated. Look at that. So okay. So one of the things that I think sometimes human beings have a more challenging time with is calming down and like bringing down the activity level of our brain and just being able to sit still, right? Yeah. Do you sometimes have a hard time sitting still?
I mean, that's what I'm doing. If I'm listening to you read a book, yeah. But if I'm in school, like in online school, but like...
You're able to pay, yeah. So...
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not.
I'm always moving around. But like if I'm just like sitting on my bed watching TV, then I'm just like relaxed. Or if I'm looking at my star projector.
Yeah, then you can like just kind of chill, yeah. Okay, so here's an activity that this is a shout out to one of my best friends. I won't give her name on here because we don't want to give away personal information, but she told us about this and everyone in my family has become kind of obsessed with it. And what I love about this activity is it's something that you can do either solo or with someone. It's something that you can do for 5 minutes or 2 hours. It's something that you can really like get into. You can put music on and really get into it. So I'm gonna pull it up right here. I didn't bring an example with me because there's lots of little tiny pieces and I didn't wanna like have those all over the couch. But is there a video that goes with this, honey? I don't see a video.
But
okay.
You can show us some other pieces.
Yeah, so see, you can see how all these tiny, so these are called diamond dots, like paintings. There are so many different kinds. And so like that's what this one looks like. This is one of many, many that are out there. But so this is what it looks like when it's done. But when you get it, and look, that's what it looks like when it's framed, like up on the wall. Isn't that beautiful? But so these are the different tools that it comes with. And you can see the pink pen. You use that pink pen, you pick up these tiny dots. You can see these little teeny tiny pieces, and then you put them into, it's coded by number and by letter, so it helps you. It's kind of like color by paint, but you're actually placing each individual piece. some people might look at this and think, yeah, that doesn't interest me at all. But I will tell you,
it's another really relaxing thing.
It's a very relaxing activity, and you get into it and it becomes very zen, and you focus and you just like are in it. You're like, it's a very mindful, intentional activity, and it's something that you can do to just kind of help calm you down. Kind of like puzzles. We like puzzles in our house.
Yeah.
Yeah. My older daughter went through a phase where she did.
Actually, no, I never really
You were
liked
never into puzzles, but my older daughter, she went through a phase where she was doing 3-4 puzzles a day. We had so many puzzles in the house because she loved them. So this is an activity that we really love, and there are so many. So there's so many out there, so you can find one that you really like. So like right now, each of my, oh, you're not working on one right now.
Lexi kind of stopped though, because the only thing is that they're quite hard to keep track of, so you can only open one pack at a time.
Yeah, you do one color. No, I actually like that though, because you have a sense of completion.
But I also like that it's like, there's like extra, because like like we thought like we like some pieces fell and like when we went on an RV trip, and what?
Oh yeah.
And we couldn't like get them back because like they were outside, but then like they give you like a bunch of extra little
pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true, there's extras, so it makes it easy in case you lose some. So if this is an activity, if this is something that sounds like you would be interested in it, and again, like I said, there are so many different ones that you can choose from, but if this is something that different designs you can choose from, if this is something that you think you would be interested in, shop the carousel. You can find all the different designs. We put one down there, but there are so many that you can find. The one that we put down there is my favorite right now. There's something about the little girl under the tree and the colors. It's just, it makes me feel happy and also calm. So I like that. Oh, you want to talk about that? Okay.
It's the best quarantine game.
Okay. Ooh, that's a huge endorsement. Bree just said this is the best quarantine game. That's a massively huge endorsement. So.
Okay.
What? Okay, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shall I explain how you play? Like what it is?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
And by the way, this is an Amazon exclusive. Amazon exclusive. So what?
Oh yes, see they ran out of stock. They're going
to be in stock on January 3rd. That's in 2 days.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay, so explain how you play.
So, we got this for Christmas. Well, actually, our cousins got it for Christmas, and as soon as we got home, I went to my mom and I said, "Mommy, you have to order this game. It's the most fun game like I've ever played, and it's like so entertaining." So now it's being delivered to our house.
Which, by the way, that does not always happen.
No.
Most of the time, that does not happen when you say you want something. But why do you think I was okay with that? Like, why do you think?
Because we're in COVID.
Well, and also because I'm trying to be intentional about the new year, and I'm trying to come up with some things. I think one of the challenges for parents right now is, I think one of the challenges for parents is that our children are on technology a lot, right? More than we would like them to be. And so if there's something that I know that you're going to be looking forward to that's going to get you off technology, I'm into it and I want to try it out. And we can't always do that because, if you found something that was like really expensive, we wouldn't maybe be able to do it. But this is a really great price. It's an Amazon exclusive and you loved it so much. And I mean, the best game ever.
What it is,
is
it comes with a few different commodity cards. I forgot what they're called. So basically it's like there's a stack of like cards that are like oil, there's a stack of cards that are corn, there's a stack of cards that are gold, and there's like a few different ones. So like there's a bunch more. There's like cattle and wool and all these different things. And basically the game starts, everyone gets 7 cards. And there's also a bear and a bull, which are like a little bit more challenging. It just like has to do with points. But we never played with points. It was honestly more just for fun. And my aunt dealt 7 cards to each of us. And basically, let's just say, so everyone collects a commodity. So let's just say, so you don't know what you're going to collect until you have your cards. Because let's just say I got 2 cattle and 2 cows or cattle, whatever, and then like just like a bunch of other things. If I have the most cattle, which one is it?
Cattle.
If I have the most cattle
or cows.
if I have the most cattle, then I would want to collect the cattle. Then I would keep trying to collect cattle. So basically what you do is
What is the point of the game? Like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to collect?
You're trying to collect all of your commodities. So you basically just yell out, like, if you have 2 of the same commodity you don't need, you go 2, 2, and then someone else is yelling out 2, 2, and then you're like, okay, here, let's trade. And then if it's your commodity, you keep it and you save it. If it's not your commodity, then you like yell it out again, 2, 2, and then like.
So this is a loud game.
Yeah.
So just be forewarned, this is not a quiet game. This is the opposite of the diamond dots.
It was
yes.
so funny.
So fun. So really fun.
Whoever finishes first, hits the, like there's a little, you see there's like a little button thing.
The pit. And you hit that, and then it says that you're the winner. So the thing about this game is you play this with people. How long does each game take?
It honestly depends how many people you play with, because like for example, you can play with just 3 people, but then it goes by pretty quickly because you only take the amount of commodities for like 3 people. So if I was just playing with 3 people, then you only take like corn, cattle, gold.
Okay.
And then like you just go really quickly, and it's also not as fun because like not everyone's yelling. But we played like both families, and everyone was yelling, and it honestly goes by so quickly. Literally like 3 to 5 minutes. Like it's a very quick game.
It's a quick game. Okay, so this game is loud, it's quick, it's really fun, and you play with people. Did I get that right? Yeah.
You need to have an audience to play with.
So the opposite of the diamond dots activity. But there was a question that says... Hi, Tyler. So there was a question that says, is everything included in the kit for the diamond dots activity? Yes. Everything is included. When you purchase one, everything is included. However, there are add-on kits that you can purchase. So if you remember, I was talking about the pen where you pick up one piece at a time and put it into the illustration. So there's another you can purchase also on Amazon. There's a kit where the pen has 5 slots. So if you're working in the same color, you can pick up 5 at a time. So obviously you would, if this is something you really love and you want to keep doing it, there are things that you can do to kind of speed up the process a little bit. But if you're a beginner and the first time you purchase it, yes, everything that you need will be included in the kit. It's all there. It's really easy to understand. All you need is a flat surface to work on. That's the only thing you need, a flat surface to work on. And a place where you can, one of the things that I actually recommended was to lay it out on a cookie sheet, because that way, if you put it on the cookie sheet, you can work on the cookie sheet, and then a cookie sheet is transportable. So you can actually move it from room to room if you need to move around. Whereas if you put it just on a table, it's a little bit harder to move. So that's a hint. That's one of my hints for that product. Okay, so we are gonna go back out. Let's see if there are any products oh, I know. This is a really fun.
Go through all of them?
What?
Are we going through all of them?
Well, we don't have to.
We should do it. Oh no, this one. Okay.
I know.
You need.
I know. So this was a Hanukkah gift, right?
It was a very good gift.
I didn't bring it with me. I should have brought it with me, but we can show.
A lot of
Okay, so this.
It keeps your hopes up.
So this is, I saw this.
100 things to do.
This is 100 things to do after quarantine, right? And it's a scratch off poster, right? Which may not happen for a long time. But I actually think some of them we could actually even do sort of in quarantine. But it's a scratch off poster, right? And it's like a bucket list. So
like for example, so I don't know if this will zoom in at all, but if you can kind of see, it says like the first.
Go to this picture, because I think that one actually. Nope, this one right here.
This one.
Yeah. And then.
So basically.
And then roll over the image to zoom in.
So
that's what it looks like if you scratch everything off.
It says like celebrate the end of lockdown. So what you do is like you celebrate. So when we're allowed to be in gatherings again, you can throw a party. And then when you're done with that, you like scratch it off, and then.
And then it's done.
Going.
Yeah, so see, this shows that you like scratch things off, right? And then, so as you do when you get it, it looks like this. It's just a bunch of silver squares. And over each square, it tells you what the thing is. And then as you do the things, you actually scratch them off. And then at the end, when you're done, it looks like this. And you can say, I did everything on my bucket list for 100 things to do after quarantine. So we got this. This was a Hanukkah gift. Obviously, we're still in quarantine. Yeah.
Also, this was on our carousel, but aside from just this, there's a bunch of other ones that you can do. So, like, for example, my dad got one that was, like, 100 movies to watch, or 100, like, there's, like, a bunch of different ones you can get.
Yeah, there's, in this category, there are different ones that you can look for to do. But what I think is so cool about it is that it's interactive, it gives you stuff to look forward to, it gives you things to plan, and you can go, you know, for Lexi and her sister, for Lexi and Bree, my two girls, they can go back and forth and take turns scratching off different things. So this is a good gift that you can give to multiple people at one time, right? Yes. Yep. Or just not even a gift, something to bring into your house. It's just really fun. So you can find it, so something to look forward to. So you can find it in the carousel down below. Something, yes, yeah. So this was another thing that this was a big winner this year. Whoa. Okay.
You should do this, and then you should do this.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're gonna go back and talk a little bit about the feeling of anxiety for kids specifically who have feelings of anxiety. I like to talk about parenting toolkits, like to have things that you know that you can rely upon to help you through the day, to get through things. And some of those things in your toolkit are just knowledge and strategies that we use, which we'll talk more about. But some of those things are actually real items that we can hold or use in our day that help us to get through something. And so there's something that we use in our house all the time. Which one do you want to, this one actually, this is something that we love. This is, what is this called, Brie?
Oh, that is called Aaron's Thinking Putty. Hi, Lexi. So you can't really see it, it's pretty blurry.
Yes, Lexi, you definitely have the same name as my other daughter. Very funny. I should have commented on that before, but I did not. Pretty funny.
So
this is
really
Aaron's thing. It's a little bit blurry. They come in this tin. This is a small tin, and they come in different sizes. And
can I open it?
You can open it, but we love it because it's very tactile, and if you're doing something and you need, a lot of times, what? My producer's talking to me. Oh, okay, okay. So here, we're gonna do, Bree, block your face too. We're keeping it real, people. This is our first time on today. We're learning, so you're learning with me. So just, bear with me. Okay, so we're blocking our face because so hopefully, is this gonna work?
Yeah, they can kind of see it.
You can kind of see it better? Okay. I'm trying to block my face as much as I possibly can. Okay, so Bree's gonna open it. But here's what we love about this product. So, for example, sometimes sitting on Zoom in Zoom school can be challenging, and there can be moments where, concentration waxes and wanes. It comes and goes, right? But one of the things that we found is that when Bree, or my other daughter, is Lexi, is fidgeting and needing something to kind of help them concentrate, they can have we call them fidget toys in our house. So they have like a fidget toy, and they are able to use that, and it's very tactile. And so they're engaging their sense of touch, while at the same time they're engaging their sense of sight and their sense of hearing. And that helps to actually focus them and keep them engaged in whatever the teacher is saying. So Bree, you wanna show?
Right.
So this is,
do I hold it there?
yeah.
Okay, so this is it's just putty.
Block your face.
And yeah. It's just stretchy putty.
But it's just fun, right?
It's just fun.
So, and
there's
this is
magnetic ones, sand ones, just regular ones, different scented ones.
Yeah, so this is also just one of many different types of fidget toys. And I think in another on another time when we do the art of parenting, we'll come back and we'll do a whole show dedicated to if you have a child that is super fidgety, what are things that you can do to help them? Because again, there are all of these different tools. So if you have kids that have a hard time sitting still, if you have kids that have a hard time focusing, if you have kids that are very orally fixated and need to have something in their mouth, these are all real challenges that children and adults can have. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad student. It doesn't mean that they can't be a good learner. It doesn't mean, that they have a problem. It just means that there are things that we may need to do to help them overcome some of those things or to even work through them. And so I have tried really hard to go out and find different things to put in your parenting toolkit. And right now I'm going to share with you something else that should be, if you have a child that likes to chew or bite, we used to have these in our house. Now we don't have them in the house because my children are now older, but I recommend this to parents who have younger children who are very orally fixated. And what these are it's a silicone teething necklace. So here's the really cool thing about this, okay? As you've heard me say before, I'm into products with longevity. So this is a necklace that mom can wear when you have a baby, a toddler that's teething, and they can chew on this. But this is also something that if you have a young child who is 4, 5, 6, even 7, and they are chewing on a finger or a blanket, or they're biting their nails. This is something that they can wear, and they can chew on this, and it can help them so that they're not chewing on something that they shouldn't be chewing on, but rather they're chewing. They need to find something to chew on because their brain, this goes back to brain-based parenting, is looking for that. So if we don't help them, if we don't supply them with something that's appropriate, they will find something that is not appropriate. So that means we can give them this, or they're going to chew on their nails, right? So I have a lot of families I've worked with young kids who bite their nails and they chew on their finger, or they chew on things that mom and dad don't want them to chew on. And so I will say, well, look, here's an alternative. Here's something that you can try. And often when we give a child who has this chewing need, when we give them this alternative, this becomes, what they chew on until they no longer need it, because we grow out of the things that we may need when we're in a developmental stage. And as we get through that developmental stage, we no longer need it. And so we've given you something that works, that that you can use to get through that. And then you're through it and you're done. So this is something that I really like. What did Lexi say?
A long time ago too.
She did. She had one of those along.
Our Lexi also had one of those, and I had one.
Yes, we had. Yes. So maybe it's like a Lexi thing. Maybe. I don't know. That is really very funny. Okay.
Oh, what did you
Are you gonna?
do?
What did I do?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you can help me back out of it. So remember, anything that you've seen that we've talked about today in The Art of Parenting, you can shop it down below in the carousel. There are so many awesome items. I want to find an item that is not for kids. I want to find an item that is for mom or dad to make life a little bit easier.
Lexi said.
Yeah, what did Lexi say?
Can you guys do a New Year's giveaway soon?
Oh, yes. So I don't know. What do you think? Should we do a New Year's giveaway?
I think we should do a New Year's giveaway for one of the things we've been advertising today.
You think? I will think about it. You know what would be really fun? It would be fun to...
I have an idea.
What?
You should make a kit.
I know, but I was actually just thinking it'd be fun to do like my favorite items and do on our next show, do a giveaway of Marissa and Bree's favorite items. What do you think?
Fun.
Wouldn't that be really fun? We'll put together a gift basket and we can like auction it off for do a giveaway with like my favorite items to take you mindfully and intentionally into 2021. Yeah. So, okay, but now I want to do something that is for parents. What do you think, Bree? Where is it? Here, is this it? Okay. We're gonna do this because who doesn't need this? Okay. Keurig, we love you. You have solved the problem for so many of us who need our coffee fix and have made it one stop, easy peasy to get this. I no longer have to, I no longer, here, this is a little pod. This is
Dunkin' Donuts
It's a Dunkin' Donuts pod. This, I'm gonna block my face. Block your face so that we can show this. It's got 5 holes in it, so for extra strong brewing. But come on, I mean, no grinding your own beans, no like hassles of what it used to be. This Keurig is coffee. You can do a single cup. You can also do a pot of coffee. Keurig has so many different machines now. I just love Keurig. And they just have taken like the whole art of coffee and made it so much more accessible. And I also love that you can go into almost any market now and get these pods, or even easier, you can go onto Amazon and get whatever you want and basically have it delivered to you like the next day. It's so crazy. So Bree, are you looking at the chat, and
Yeah.
is there any shout outs that we should do?
No, just that we're doing a giveaway next.
Oh yeah, we've decided, right? We're gonna do a giveaway. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually shop on Amazon.com. We're gonna put together a basket, and then we're gonna
make it all cute.
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it super cute, and then we're gonna bring it on the next time we're on The Art of Parenting on Sway TV on Amazon Live.
Yeah.
Right? And then we're gonna do a giveaway, and it will be so fun on the next show. Okay, so anyways, so this Keurig, I just love that it has made coffee in the morning or in the day so
have
much
a
more
Keurig right
accessible.
next to us.
How many cups of coffee? You don't drink coffee. I don't
I
let my
drink decaf.
So Bree has just started having one decaf, I would say like 1 or 2 a week.
No. More like,
1 or 2 a week?
Yes.
No, that really
No.
is true. 2, I would say 2.
realistically, probably, 2 times.
Yeah. So, and Bree has become a little barista because she makes them herself. What do you make? I got her the stuff to make iced,
vanilla latte.
decaf iced vanilla lattes, which she makes for herself, for her now.
And I make coffees for you.
And she makes lattes and coffees for me, which is kind of awesome. I have a little barista. So see, barista. I in my house have set it up so that I have someone who can help me with tech, someone who can help me with my coffee. I just now need a chef and we're good to go.
No, you kind of already have one.
I do have people who like to cook. There are things that I like to do more than that. So, yes, my producer is talking to me. Oh, okay. So we love this. We absolutely love the Keurig, but we're gonna now go out. So I feel like there was one other thing here I wanted to talk about, which also is such a time, oh, here we go. Okay. Massive, massive time saver for any busy parent, even not busy parent, but parent who doesn't like to cook. Here we go. Okay, so that video was showing how to sterilize. There's actually so much more you can do with this Instapot. So I'm gonna be totally honest because we're keeping it real on The Art of Parenting. So I actually do not personally own the Instapot because, as I said before, I don't really like to cook. I mean, that's just the truth, right? There are lots of things I do with and for my children and my family. Cooking is not the thing that I love to do. I will do it, and I have a handful of things that I make, but it's not the thing I love to do. And so even the Instapot, I had one. It was in my kitchen. It got used once. It made it easier, but it wasn't like the thing that I needed in my kitchen. However, here's why I'm recommending this product, because as I said, I will not ever recommend something unless I think it is the bomb. So here's why I'm recommending this, because Everybody I know who uses this thinks it's amazing and loves it and can make meals like in a pinch. You can put, and I get it. I totally understand the love for this product. You put food in the morning or you put it in whenever, and a little bit later, like fast, you have your food. And there's so many things that you can make, and there are even cookbooks now for it, that are just filled with Instapot recipes. So I get it. I know that this is an amazing product, and so I wanted to share this. But I think that when it comes to kitchen products, there are so many things out there, right, that can help you cook. Well, this is definitely one that if you like to cook and you are someone who cooks a lot, this is one of those things that I definitely think you should have in your kitchen. There is something else I think you should have in your kitchen, which I'm going to show you right now that I do use, that I love. Let's see. Where is it? Do you see it, Bree?
What?
Oh, here we go. No, here we go.
Oh, we use that.
Air fryer. Love, love, love. Okay, so this is like this came out, I feel like this got trendy last year, air fryers, and I think that people love them. And I think that I love them, and I'm a convert. So check this out.
Meet the Ninja Air Fryer, a fast and easy way to cook your favorite foods. It ensures even circulation of hot air around your food for quick, crispy, and golden finishes every time. The secret is the combination of a wide temperature range while powering the fan that automatically adjusts speeds for your temperature setting. This allows you to cook and crisp your favorite foods, like 2 pounds of French fries using little to no oil in a family-sized 4-quart ceramic-coated basket. The wide temperature range gives you the ability to roast, bake, air fry, reheat, or dehydrate foods, making it your new go-to appliance for any meal or snack. With a Ninja Air Fryer on your countertop, you can pull crispy meals out of thin air.
I mean, who doesn't love something that is gonna crisp up their food like that? I mean, did you see those French fries?
I want that food.
You want that food?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make dinner tonight from the air fryer.
Do we have an air fryer?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wait, really?
Yeah. It's there.
Ooh.
I got it. Yeah. It's so good. We're gonna use it. Okay, so we love the air fryer, and again, this is another product that I know so many people have and so many people love. So again, I just wanna say, if you're just tuning in, I'm Marissa Gold from Intuit Parenting. You are on with us on Sway TV on Amazon Live right now. We are talking about parenting. We are talking about products that make parenting easier. I will never try to sell you something that I don't personally love or know that is personally loved by people that I know and use all the time. So we've been talking about all of these different things, and I want to remind you, you can shop all these different products we've been talking about today just below. If you check it out, just underneath where you see my face, where you see Bree's face, just beneath us is the carousel, and you can follow us, follow sway.com, and anytime you want to come back. We didn't have that many questions in the chat today, but I hope that as we do more of these shows, The Art of Parenting, I really hope that we will have people ask questions about parenting, that we can talk more about parenting and talk about all of the fun things that we do in our home and what I talk about when I go out and work with other families. I think we'll do, I mean, I'm just sitting here and having some ideas about we can do a show about technology, about art that we do together, how to quarantine safely and happily, what this new year is really going to be all about. I think if you had to pick one word to talk about, going into 2021, what would the word be that you would use, that you're going to be thinking about the most for this year?
Hope.
Hope. That's a great word. I love that. Do you know what my word would be?
What?
My word would be intention.
That's what you said before.
Yeah. So that we're going to go into this. So we're going to go into 2021 with hope and with intention.
Hope that COVID gets better.
Hope that COVID gets better. There's a lot going on out there, and We just want to say thank you so much for being with us today. You can shop all the products that we talked about in the carousel below.
Make sure to come back next time for a giveaway.
Follow sway.com. Find The Art of Parenting on Sway TV on Amazon Live. We're going to be here again in a few days. And we'll let you know when that's coming up.
Very fun giveaway.
Yeah, we're going to do a fun giveaway. So come hang out with us and ask us lots of parenting questions. And you can also find us on the podcast on Amazon. And now let's sway. Happy New Year. Happy 2021, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV.
Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry.
Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV. And of course, remember #ShoppersWanted. We so appreciate you, your support of this community. I hope you're staying safe at home and letting Amazon deliver your packages. We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.